Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What the Real Podcast. I'm your host, Darnell.
And I'm Brittany.
And make sure you guys follow us on any podcast app you're doing. Make sure you rate us 5 stars.
Yes, please do.
And
It'll help us out.
Yes, it will. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/cinemacritics. So what are we doing today?
Today we're going to do our top 10 horror films.
Yes, this is, for me at least, a tough list for me. Big horror movie buff, so it's really hard.
See, the thing is I watch the same horror movies over and over again because I know what I like, so I watch it. But like, I get disappointed when someone's like, "Oh, I know a really good horror movie," and then I watch it and I was like, "That wasn't good."
Oh man, well, yeah, I guess we gotta put our list together and see if we have any crossover. You think we're gonna have crossover?
Probably like one or two. It's got at least one. It's got at least one.
I know at least one that's on your list. That's on my list.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll see.
That's at least one. I just made sure, like, because my favorite movie is a horror comedy, so I just didn't add it to the list because it's a lot of comedy. So I just want to make sure I just put straight horror and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the first Nightmare on Elm Street has really any comedy in it. It's the other ones, right?
Yeah, it's the other
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that's the second one, the third one they do the comedy in it.
Yeah. I
Just
think
weird things.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that. I guess they just wanted to be a little bit different from all the other horror movies coming out.
It didn't work.
And now a special message from our sponsors. Private Internet Access will help protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection using their world-class server infrastructure. It also will hide your IP address and protect your digital life from internet service providers, from network administrators, government censors, and hackers. For movie lovers like us, Private Internet Access will allow us to access region-restricted content. There's a lot of websites and services that will only allow you to have access to this depending on your physical location. Streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime will have different libraries depending on where you live at in the world. Private Internet Access will allow you to change your IP and access some of those different libraries depending on the region. So if I wanted to watch a show that's only shown in like a Japan region, I can actually change my IP address and go to that Netflix and watch that certain show that I always wanted to see. So for me, that actually works. There's a lot of foreign horror movies that I would love to see that are not in my region, so I can easily use Private Internet Access to reach it. Private Internet Access helps to overcome those restrictions by allowing you to pick your IP from one of 91 countries, 50 states you can connect to, which will help you connect to those certain websites or services that you aren't allowed to depending on that region. Private Internet Access is available on all platforms, including Windows, Mac, Android, Linux, iOS, and many more. One Private Internet Access subscription can protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time. So you can have one subscription that can protect your workspace, your household, all at the same time and off of one subscription, and you can install that on your devices anywhere in the world. Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads, which is crazy. They will never record or store your data, and also has a no logs policy, which has been proven in court multiple times by a third-party audit. So signing up for Private Internet Access is going to be risk-free because there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So make sure you go to piavpn.com/cinemacritics, which our viewers is going to be getting a 83% off discount on Private Internet Access, which is about like $2 and like 3 cents, which is wild. Plus, we're going to be getting 4 months completely free. So guys, make sure you check it out. Link will be in the description below. And thank you to our sponsor at Private Internet Access.
So my number 10 is Megan.
Megan. Okay, I have not seen it.
I
Cool.
really enjoyed it.
Mm.
I like the whole aspect of a doll doing the killings
Mm.
for you, and it's different than Child's Play.
Yes. Okay.
It's a lot different than Child's Play.
Is she like a robot?
Yeah, it's a
She's a robot.
robot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she takes over, and she's just trying to protect her person that she's with.
Okay. Yeah, it got a lot of like buzz. I have not seen it. It's on my list to watch
It's good.
so I definitely will watch it.
Guys, do you hear this? I saw a movie that he didn't
Yes,
see.
right? Oh man, it is freaking super cold in hell right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely on my list. It's just I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, that's cool. All right, so my number 10 is The Blair Witch Project.
Oh.
Yeah, did you seen this one?
I have seen that
Okay.
one. Yes.
Good, yes, Blair Witch Project was really good. I did not see it in the theaters. I was probably a little bit younger, but I remember when it first came out, everyone thought it was real.
Yeah.
Like, they were. I don't know if this was the first found footage movie, but this was the first big one.
Yeah.
They had like a really good marketing campaign with it, where they had like, posters out saying, "Hey, missing people," and all this stuff like that. So we're thinking, "Oh my god, these are really people missing." And then when they were showing what happened to them in the theaters, it's kind of crazy. Like a lot of people thought it was real, and it did a really good job. And it was one of the first movies where it had a really really small budget and just made so much money,
Yeah.
off their big budget. So definitely a really good one, good horror. Definitely definitely really good, especially with the found footage movie, because a lot of them just don't seem real.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a lot of creepiness, and then the ending is just straight up like, what the hell happened type thing. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember the ending.
No, I don't.
No.
But I'm disagreeing with you. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I think it was like
It's been a minute. I should watch it again just
Yeah.
to refresh.
Yeah, they're in the house or something like that, and she has a camera. She's running, and she sees the guys. He's in a corner or something like that, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And then the camera just falls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it just leaves that out in the open. But I know it had like a sequel, and it sucked. So
Usually the sequels do.
yeah, we should have a top 10 list of movie sequels that didn't suck.
Yeah, that would be fun
would
to
be a
do.
good one, yeah.
That one I would really need to
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that one. That'll be our
Yeah,
next one, guys.
definitely.
Stay tuned for that one. So yeah, Blair Witch Project. number
Okay.
10. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is Psycho.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, Psycho. Psycho. Yeah, that's a good one. Now the original, right?
Of course, the
Okay,
original.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good one. That's like one of the definitely on the top list of people's, with the horror, the whole situation with the bathroom shower scene.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that scene, and like how it was shot. And they said the big thing was they used chocolate like syrup or something like that for the blood.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Wow, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
That's a classic.
Alfred Hitchcock, Psycho. It's pretty good.
I remember
really
the
good
first time I saw it, I was
Alright.
like, "What?"
I don't remember the first time I seen Psycho, but definitely remember seeing it. I was like, oh wow, that's wild. And yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. My number 9 is Train to Busan.
I don't know that one.
No, you don't. It's a Korean horror movie.
You and your foreign films.
Yes, I love foreign horror movies. It's called Train to Busan. It is a Korean zombie movie.
Oh.
It's like one of the best zombie movies. It's up there.
Really?
Like top 3, yes, zombie movies.
I might have to check
Really
that out.
good. It kind of messes up my caveat because there's a little bit of comedy in it, but it's not a comedy horror movie. It just has like comedy in it.
Yeah.
Like one of the characters is kind of funny, But really good, and it's like super fast zombies. Like they're running.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's really good. It gets very emotional. It's about a guy and his daughter. I think it's his daughter, and pretty much they're taking a train to Busan. There's a town called Busan,
Okay.
and and to deal with a whole bunch of zombies. It's just really good. Definitely one to watch. And, I will see if there's a good English dub for you to watch it.
Yeah, because I cannot watch subtitles. I can't. I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah. So yeah, Train to Busan. If you like zombie movies, that's one to definitely check out.
Shout out to all you people who can do subtitles. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
My number 8 is Scream.
Scream. Okay.
Go back to a classic. I was watching a scary movie the other day, and I was like, I feel like watching Scream now because of that movie. So I watched Scream, and I was like, yeah, I remember I really liked this movie.
Yeah, like Scream. It's so funny. I don't remember any of the Screams except for the first one. Like I remember that one, and that was the one I enjoyed the most. Was definitely that first Scream.
Well, the other Screams really aren't like just they're there, like they
Yeah.
exist, like they made them to make money, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But it's the same thing as the first one.
Yeah,
they
they're-
try to kill Cindy, pretty much, except for was it the last one that they just made? Cindy Prescott wasn't in it. It was
Okay.
just
was-
someone else
Yeah.
that they were trying to kill. So
Yeah, like the first Scream was like a satire making fun of all those type of movies. And then it had a certain plot. All right, you're gonna find out who is the killer. You find it out, and then all the other movies are pretty much the same plot. Who's the killer? Who's the killer?
yeah,
So,
it's just pretty much to figure out
Yeah.
who it is. But it's the same thing. They're trying to kill the girl. It's
Yeah.
just it's the same thing. But number 1, I think they did number 1 the best.
yes, the first
The
one
first
was
one
really
they
good.
did the
Yeah,
best.
even that opening scene was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
definitely.
good. Scream is definitely good. Not on my list, but good.
You'll see like all mine. You'll be
Mm.
like, Brittany, you named all the well-known ones, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know. And then you're gonna be like naming all these things. You're gonna be like the creature from Wichita or something like that, and I'm gonna be like, what is that from? You're gonna be like, that's from China, and I'm gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The Chinese movie, The Creature from Wichita.
I just named it off the top of my head. Okay,
Yeah.
don't leave me alone.
Jeez. Oh man, I'm just picturing it in my head right now. The Creature from Wichita.
I'm glad I gave you a good laugh.
Yeah. Um.
You're
Yeah.
number 8.
Yeah. So my number 8, which is going to be a crossover, is Halloween.
Oh, I love
Yes.
that
Yes.
movie.
Halloween. So I like slashers. I'm not a big slasher film guy, but Halloween is definitely that really good slasher that that's just awesome. Michael Myers, the character, is really cool. Freaking kills his freaking sister right in the beginning of the movie, which is kind of crazy. See him grow up and then just want to kill everybody, so
Yeah.
it's really good, and I like how they expand on the character a little bit as time goes on and stuff like that. And yeah, it's really good horror movie.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's definitely one of the best.
Yeah, definitely. When it first came out, definitely, peaked where that was pretty much there was a lot of slashers back in the day and around that time, and that really stood out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it's not your typical
Yeah.
slasher. I mean, it's creepy. Like they build up like all that suspense of him like spying on them and stuff like that
Yeah.
and things. So and then they just make it so creepy where you just see the white mask just show up and you're like, what's gonna happen and stuff like that. Yeah.
The William Shatner mask.
Yep.
Yeah. And then one of the best like horror themes ever. Like, you can't beat that horror theme.
Did you know that they didn't film it in the fall time? That all the leaves they had out throughout the movie, they had to lay them out, and
Oh,
then after
really?
they filmed the scene, they
Mm.
had to clean up all the leaves and prepare for the next one.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's a lot of
Yeah.
work. Jeez. You might as well just wait till the fall and do it. It's a lot of work. Holy crap.
Yep.
It's just crazy that like behind the scenes, all that stuff is crazy how, making movies. It's a lot of work. Definitely a lot of work.
And it definitely did right by picking Jamie Lee Curtis as
Oh, yeah.
as Laurie Strode.
Yeah, definitely a good one with that. So yeah, so what's yours?
Number 7 is A Child's Play.
Child's Play. Ooh, okay. That's a really good horror movie. I love Child's Play.
I almost forgot about that movie. I actually crossed out a movie and put The
Mm.
Child's Play down on it.
Okay. Yeah, no, Child's Play is, especially that first one. I think that first one
The
hits
First
a
one,
lot.
the first one. The other
Yeah.
ones are.
Yeah.
I mean, they just get progressively worse
Yeah.
as you go on throughout the series, but the first one,
Yeah. The first one was, it's almost same thing with Nightmare on Elm Street. That first one was a lot more serious, and then as the other movies went by, they kind of a little bit more comedy with it. You
yeah,
know?
definitely.
Especially with those newer ones, that's just straight comedy. You know.
Just so bad.
Yeah. No, it's really good. The guy, shout out to the guy who does the voice. I forgot his name, but he does the voice for
Yeah.
yeah. But that's a very original type premise, you know. Is he a serial killer, right? He was a serial killer, he was on the run.
Charles Lee
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah. Serial killer.
And
Is
then he was gonna get killed in the toy store.
Yeah.
So he decided to do that the day whatever
Yeah.
it is, and put himself in the body of the doll.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that's what and then it's a lot of merch. You can just all the merch, all the Child's Play merch just blew up. Everybody wanted a Chucky doll back in
Yeah.
the day. So no, yeah, definitely Child's Play is definitely a really good one. Not on my list, but it's definitely like an honorable mention for me. I really remember watching Child's Play, loving it. Yeah.
good classic.
Yeah.
Again, classic.
Definitely a classic, yes. All right, so my number 7 is The Conjuring.
Oh, I have that as an honorable mention.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's more of my type of horror stuff, like, ghosts and possession and stuff like that. But Conjuring, like, it came out when it was just a time where wasn't that many good horror movies,
Yeah.
especially like mainstream, horror movies. And then Conjuring came out and was like, whoa, just brought it back to roots of just scary haunted houses and stuff like that.
Yep.
And it's based on like two real life people, I forgot their names.
Ed and
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Yeah. So based on two real people who like hunt ghosts, and she's like a medium and stuff like that. They hunt, but also they try to disprove stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I like how they trying to show that a little bit in the movie as well. But just really good scares. Like, it was really scary. I thought they did a really good job with the scares in The Conjuring.
I couldn't watch that movie in the dark.
Yeah, like I went to the movies to see it, and my wife was like, "Oh, she was upset. She couldn't go," and I'm like, "You should be happy that you didn't go, because she would have been super scared. Like, she gets super scared or stuff like that." So I remember seeing it there. It was just really, really good. Even the sequels is good. It spawned spinoffs. They got The Nun, Annabelle.
I didn't like The Nun.
I don't remember watching that. I don't think I've seen it.
I feel like The Nun didn't have enough of the character in it
Yeah.
to enjoy it. And then I just watched The Nun 2 recently, and I was just like, well, The Nun 2 is better than The Nun,
Yeah.
but it was still awful.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same director though that did that.
But Annabelle was good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I liked
I remember seeing Annabelle.
I've only watched it
Yeah.
once, but it was good.
Yeah, Annabelle's good. But yeah, really good, and I like how they even talked about Annabelle in the beginning part of the movie, like just a little bit, and then someone was like, "Oh, we can make some money. Let's make an Annabelle movie." But yeah, Conjuring, really good, awesome horror movie to
Yep.
check out. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's why it's on my honorable mention list.
All right. Cool.
Okay, number 6, The Candyman.
Oh, Candyman.
The old one.
Yeah, the
Original.
original. Yeah, yeah.
Not the new one. The new one was awful.
Yeah, Candyman is definitely like up there. I think Candyman is very underrated movie.
It is definitely an underrated movie.
I don't really see that many people talking about Candyman.
It was good. I thought it was good.
Definitely a good one. Definitely a lot of scares. Creepy. Just the character alone is just creepy looking. You know, guy with a hook,
The hook
hand.
Yeah, the hook hand. Yeah.
But like he has like a fur coat on with his bones and stuff hanging out.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy with the bees. The whole situation with the bees.
Oh, yeah.
It's just wild. Just very original thing. You know, say his name in the mirror. He come to get you. That's just wild. My number 6 is Record. I talked about this on the last. It was on my other list. Spanish horror movie. Is the another zombie movies. You can tell.
You and your zombie movies.
I love zombie movies. But yeah, Spanish movie. I don't want to say too much about it, but Spanish zombie movie. Found footage, done well, where you know they're trapped inside of an apartment building with, you know, zombies all over the place, and they have to, you know, get away, and it's really good. They actually explain more of like why there's zombies in there, and it's a very little crazy twist at the end, you know, and it's very very scary. You don't get too many zombie movies that are actually scary, you know, and this is one of them.
Yeah,
like
I usually am not afraid of zombie movies.
Like an actual scare, because when you don't really watch zombies, it's all about the gore and stuff like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, but this one is actually scary. So
I might have to watch it because I like scary, but we'll say I'm not the biggest fan of zombie movies. Mm-hmm. But if it's scary, I might check it out.
Yeah, I have it on DVD. I'll let you borrow if you got your DVD player. I don't know if people still have those things.
I think I could watch it on my PlayStation.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Record is my number 6.
Okay, number 5. My number 5 is Orphan.
Orphan, yes, that's another good horror.
First one, of course.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, watch it because there's a big twist in that movie, and the girl who plays the orphan in there, oh my gosh, is her acting amazing.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain the movie without like spoiling it.
Yeah. But it's just this family adopts a daughter, and then all this crazy things happen.
Yeah, it's definitely really good. Definitely original. I guess I don't. Was there anything like that before? Any other movies with that premise? With the orphan and the whole situation with her.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
You would know better than me.
Yeah. At least not in top of my head. I can't think of anything. But yeah, Orphan is really good one. Oh, my voice just cracked.
Crack.
Orphan is a really good one. Definitely a good horror movie. I even like the sequel. I like the sequel.
It was good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
just the first, I think, was better.
Oh, yeah. Definitely was better. And spoiler, the second one, she's a little bit older. So it seemed like a little bit hard for them to make her look the way she, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had a harder time because that was what?
They had to do all these camera tricks and stuff like that for it.
And it's funny, like at least in the first one, it's really hard to see, but in the second one, it's like you can see all the camera tricks they're using. And it's so bad looking at some of the parts. I'm like, look at this little person right there. Yeah, Orphan. Really good. My number 5 is 28 Days Later.
Really?
Yes. Another zombie movie.
I thought that movie was okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. 28 Days Later is like one of the top zombie movies.
Once again, I'm not the biggest zombie fan type movie.
Yeah. So. And these are fast running zombies. It stars a young Cillian Murphy. Like before he was, you know, everyone knowed him as a great actor. He wakes up out of a coma, like what the hell, and he sees the world is going to shit. There's no one outside, and then he's, you know, runs into people and finds out there's these virus that breaks out, and if it's like a monkey virus, like if it just one drop if it gets into you, you're turning like in seconds. Yeah. Seconds, and you just go crazy. You're like pretty much rage. Like you're just nonstop trying to kill that person, and it's not really eating. There's zombies, but there's not really eating. There's no eating to it. It's just killing.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I think they did a really good job, just the way it looked, and just how suspense it can be, especially towards the end where it gets wild. And yeah, there's supposed to be a sequel coming out soon. I think it comes out next year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's called 28 Years Later.
Because I made it 28 years later.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my number 5, 28 Days Later.
All right. My number 4 is Final Destination 2.
Okay, I knew that you were gonna add that to your list. I
I
know.
don't know why I like the second one the best, but there's just something about it. It just attracts me to it. The first one's good, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about the second one. The third one's really good too, the roller coaster one. But there's just something about the second one that I'm just drawn into it. People are probably like, that's one of the worst ones. Not to me. No way, Jose.
I really don't remember them as much. I remember the first one
With the plane?
with
Flight
the plane.
18,
I
something
don't
like that.
remember the other ones, which is kind of crazy. Those are the type of movies I just seen once, and then I was like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I think me, there's so much other stuff coming out, so like I couldn't just rewatch over and over again. Or
You got your focus on something else.
yeah,
I see how it is.
there
though.
was a lot of zombie movies coming out that time.
You and your zombie movies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. I love the premise though. You're supposed to die, you didn't, and now death is coming for you.
Yeah, Circle of Life.
Yeah, really good. I just don't remember. I have to rewatch them just so I can remember them. But they were definitely good.
The newer ones, like the
Mhm.
last two, are definitely not worth the watch.
Oh, really?
Like first, second, and third are the ones that are worth the watch.
My number 4 is Let the Right One In.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I believe it's Swedish. It's a Swedish horror.
You and your foreign films. Again.
Swedish.
say that
It's really
again.
good though. Swedish. It's a vampire movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes, it's about this little boy who gets like bullied and stuff like that. Then he meets this young girl, and she's a little weird. Like there's something wrong with her, but they become good friends.
Mm.
And then he kind of a little bit of spoilers, but come to find out she's a vampire.
I kind of figured you were going to
Yeah.
say that. I was waiting for you to say it. I was
Yeah.
like, he's going to say she's a vampire. And
Yeah.
he said it.
Come to find out she's a vampire, and they still become friends, and they have a great relationship, and it's horror, so there's some stuff going on, and it's really good. I don't want to spoil it too much, but just there's not too many good vampire movies, and this is definitely a really good one.
Okay.
Yeah, you get this relationship between her and this boy. Will she attack this boy? Stuff like that, and what's drawing them together, and how situations they go throughout the movie. And it's really, really good vampire. If you need a good vampire movie, definitely Let the Right One In is definitely a good one. They actually remade it. I don't remember when, but the remake been out for a while as well, and it's called Let Me In.
Okay.
And it's good, the remake, but it's good because it didn't do anything different. It's literally watching the same movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of weird why they would do that. If you're gonna remake it, you got to change some stuff up a little bit.
Yeah.
But they didn't. It's pretty much like a 1-to-1 remake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So why it's called Let the Right One In? Because normally you can't let vampires into your house. They got to be asked. That's one of the rules. I don't know if you know all the vampire rules,
No.
but they cannot. One of the rules, depending on the type of vampire it is, but one of the vampire rules is they can't come into your house without you letting them in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Let the Right One In is a really good vampire movie. That's my number 4.
I'm going to have to check that one out. I'm actually really intrigued by that one.
Got that on DVD too. I'll let you borrow it.
Got everything on DVD.
Oh,
Okay, now we're on number 3.
Yes.
My number 3 is, you'll probably be no surprise, Smile.
Smile. Wow. Okay. Really?
I thought this movie was so great.
Mhm.
It was like when I first watched, I actually watched it when I worked at the mall the one day.
Okay.
And I was a little freaked out a little bit because when that place is closed, it's spooky being in there. You hear all these noises, and I was a little freaked out. But I was just like, oh my God, it's so good. I had to get up and do my job. And I was like, I didn't want to do this. But I got up, I did it, and I watched the movie, and I was like, oh my God, I got to show this to people. And I showed it to people, and everybody I showed it to liked this movie.
Yeah, Smile is really good. Really enjoyed it. It's funny because the way they promoted the movie, so they would have people just like doing like newscasts when they're outside in public, or just like anything where there's a camera. I think they did it even at like baseball games. They would have someone just stand up staring at the camera with that crazy smile.
Yeah.
Which is.
And I thought, to be truthful, when I saw the advertisement for this, I was like, no, this movie's not going to be good. I actually pushed it off watching it for like a year before I finally watched. No, maybe even longer. When did that movie come out?
I have to look it up and say I can't think off the top of my head.
But I pushed off watching it because I was like, this movie does not look good. I was like, no, they're not advertising this movie good. This looks dumb. I'm not going to watch it. And long behold, one night at work, I was like, oh, let's try a new movie. And I watched it. I was like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I did a reaction to it, and it's really good. Definitely a lot of scares. Definitely some parts were funny because I definitely laughed when she killed the dog. What was the cat? No, that was the cat. Yeah.
Was it Mustache?
Mustache, yeah. When ended up giving it to
in
the
the box
kid.
with the kid.
Yeah.
He's like,
and
Mustache.
and she fell through the glass coffee table. Oh yeah, that was funny. But yeah, definitely a lot of good horrors. I like the fact that you like those movies where it's like, all right, something happened and we have to figure out why it's happening, and then you go through that journey to figure out why is this happening. You find out who it happened to in the previously times and all that stuff. I like movies like that when they're trying to figure out things out, and you get that past. You learn about the lore and all that stuff like that. And
I didn't like the ending though.
Oh,
I was a little disappointed.
I like the ending. It was different. It can't always be.
I know, but I was rooting for her.
I think that made it good because you thinking like, all right, this girl is she's gonna make it out of there, and then have that happen. But the damn thing was like, the freaking monster was like freaking with the mouth open and all that. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, that was wild. Yeah. That's crazy. That was crazy.
And I don't understand why the guy watched.
Oh, I mean,
why would you watch? You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Why would you watch? And then, I wonder, is the second movie going to continue with that guy?
Oh,
it doesn't look like it's going to continue off that story.
Maybe what they'll do is have him die right in the beginning of the movie.
Maybe, yeah.
Something like that. And then someone else watches him die or something.
It comes out real soon.
Yeah, it comes out soon, yeah. We can either go to movies and do a podcast review, or wait till it comes out and react to it.
I'll probably do a reaction video. I don't really like going to the movies too much. People ruin it, like when they talk and stuff. So.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, that Smile is really good. Is that like the most current movie on your list?
Yeah, it's probably the most current movie. Yeah,
because all mine are pretty older. I don't have really anything from like. Yeah, all my stuff is older, but so what was that number? We had number three. The Shining.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. No, just kidding.
I was about to say.
I see that. Here's Johnny.
Yeah, The Shining is really good. Kubrick definitely killed it in this movie to the point where there's like documentaries made of just of him making the movie. There's a documentary talking about how he made the movie.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's so deep to how crazy it is. It's like, so I love these type of movies. Like, I love slow burns if it's done right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to slow burn a movie, slowly ramp it up. It gets crazier and crazier and crazier, and then have something crazy at the end happen. And it definitely did this. It's a long movie. Like, Shining is long as hell.
Yeah.
It's long. It's definitely drawn out. Gets creepier as time goes, but that's the whole point. You're supposed to show the character slowly go insane. And
Yep.
it definitely did that. Him staying at the Overlook Hotel, and I wish they would do like a spin-off movie just for the Overlook Hotel and how crazy it is throughout the years. How many
That'd be
people
cool.
died all throughout.
Maybe this podcast will get out to them and they'll
Yeah.
make the movie.
Maybe.
Be like, this was your guys' idea. We'll give you credit. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, thank you.
Yeah, there is so many good scenes throughout this movie with the twins, with the blood coming down the hallway that comes out the elevator.
elevator, yeah.
Yes. So many good. And there's a lot of weird, crazy parts with the guy with the pig costume. You ever see that? On his knees with the guy in the chair. Just a lot of craziness and just creepiness. The whole scene with him kissing the girl and then find out she's all old and nasty looking.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. It's a really creepy movie. Definitely really good. Just have someone slowly go insane and then try to kill his family.
Yeah.
It's wild. Really good. Really good. Yeah. The Shining. Definitely check it out.
That's a good movie. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Classic. My number 2, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, I'm surprised that's so high on your list. That's really good for me. It's surprisingly not on my list. Like, I love that movie. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is really good. That's literally out of like Halloween, what's
Friday
it?
the
Friday
13th.
the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. I think I put Nightmare on Elm Street better than all of them, me personally, but I think as a technical movie, that's why I put Halloween on the list. But personally, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely really good. When it's like he's so creepy. I love the backstory between him. Fred Krueger was messing with the kid. Messing with the kids. The parents found out and ended up just killing them.
Yeah.
Burning them and stuff like that. And then he came back to kill all the kids. Like, that's crazy. And their dreams, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely really good. Nightmare on Elm Street. Awesome character. I wish I got a chance to meet
Robert Englund.
Robert Englund. He was at the convention I went to, but it was just way too many people. Way too many people. I'm not sitting in that line.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is really good. So many iconic scenes in there too. Yeah, just really good.
Yeah. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, it's really good.
What's your
Um,
number 2?
My number 2 is Alien. Alien. Have you seen Alien?
I feel like I have, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
With Sigourney Weaver, the xenomorph, the creature with the mouth that opens up and it's like a tongue mouth. Oh my gosh, I've never seen Alien. It's like in the space.
It sounds
In space, no
familiar,
one can
but
hear you
like
scream.
I'm drawing a blank, yo.
Wow, it came out in I don't remember 70s. It's pretty much I forgot what they were doing. I forget exactly what they were, but they were on the spaceship. They're flying. They found they had to do like a emergency landing, and they found some crazy ship-looking thing. They go inside, and they found all these little eggs.
Nope, never seen it.
They find these egg pods, and then they touch one, and it then gets like one of the things gets connected to his face, and like they try to take it off him, but while cutting it off, the blood was acid. It was going through the freaking floor, so they couldn't cut it off,
Oh.
and it was in his mouth, so it was connected to his face, and their tail was in his mouth, like.
Oh, jeez.
So it finally like it just died off. It came off his head and it was just dead. And then the guy woke up. He was fine. Everything was good. And then they're eating lunch and all of a sudden he started screaming. And then the alien creature burst out of his stomach
Oh.
and ran away. And then it grew up super fast. And then it just started killing everyone inside the ship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like
I haven't seen that. No.
wow, you never seen Alien? Wow, really good. Alien is definitely one of those like you like creature horror movies. This is the top creature horror movie. the crazy monster killing everybody, this is that horror movie to definitely check. Super crazy, definitely super, scary and suspenseful. Really good. The creature itself looks really good. Like, oh, it's done well back when they did really good practical effects.
Okay.
Like the creature looks really good. The xenomorph looks
a lot
really
of movie
good.
I gotta check out.
Yeah. This is a movie that has a really good sequel in Aliens. It's not really a horror movie. It's like more of an action
Okay.
/ horror. So I wouldn't put it as a just official horror movie, but the first one is definitely a horror movie. But yeah, this is really, really good. This is a movie that you have to see. Alien.
Okay, I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let me guess, you have that on DVD also?
I believe I do. Yes, I believe I do. I have to check, but I think I do.
As my joke backfires.
All right, yeah, that was number 2, Alien.
Okay, number 1.
Mm.
Drum roll. My number 1 movie is, you can probably guess what
Ready?
it is.
Say it together. 3, 2, 1.
Halloween. Ding, 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 ding. The John Carpenter's Halloween.
Yes,
the original.
Yes.
Nothing beats that. I watched that movie all year long. It's really bad. I probably shouldn't, but I do. I watch it probably like between the month of October and all year long. I probably watch it maybe 10 times a year, which is a lot.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
But it is one of my favorite movies. It's like my all-time favorite movie probably.
Yeah, Halloween's awesome. Really good movie. You can't beat it. The top like slasher movie of all time is Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily best movie.
So
yeah,
we
talked about Halloween like crazy. So yeah, there's not much more I could say. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when I'm gonna be having a Halloween party, and I have my projector. We're gonna be outside and all that. So I might actually play Halloween on the projector.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. So my number 1, I don't know if you've seen this movie, but it's a John Carpenter movie.
Let me guess. Hold
Okay.
on. John Carpenter. Okay. The Thing.
Yes, The Thing. Yes, that's my number 1.
I've seen it before
Mm,
a while ago. I've seen it like once, maybe twice.
mm.
I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It's just that I feel like when I watched it, I didn't have my mindset like, let me really
To figure
get
out,
into
yeah.
this. This is a movie I should watch again, just because I know it is a good movie.
Yeah, yeah. It's awesome. Horror. Talk about another good horror monster. Where
It's funny, both of our top movies are John
Yeah.
Carpenter's.
Talk about a good horror monster where in this one it could be anyone, like a monster that can turn into anybody to the
Yeah.
point where now we're fighting to figure out who is the monster and who's not. And I think that's one thing that makes this movie so well. It's horror, but it's really good at the characters interacting with each other, trying to figure out who is the monster and who's not. And you're guessing that as a viewer as well, trying to figure out, all right, who's the monster, who's not, And then the practical effects is the top notch. Is the way, I don't know if you remember, but the monster itself, it changes and stuff. It just looks really good. The best, like this movie, I think American Werewolf in London, and like a few others, like the top practical effects.
Okay.
Yeah, like just the way it looks, the gore, it's awesome, really good looking. And then I like at the end where they leave it open ended, where it's Kurt Russell's character and Keith David, I believe is his name. No, not Keith David. Maybe it's Keith David. I can't remember his name. But they're two at the end, and they don't know who's the monster, and they're sitting there like, there's nothing left. There's just them. Everything's on fire, and they're sitting there, and he's drinking some the liquor. I think it was the gasoline he was drinking. And he handed it to the guy. So leaves it open ended if who's the monster and who's not. and it's really good horror movie. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I definitely have to check that movie out again
yeah.
because I feel like I just didn't give it a good enough chance. Like I feel
No.
like it was one of those movies. It definitely was one of those movies where I had it on, but I was doing something else
Yeah.
while I was watching. I would look up and I'd be like, "Oh, that was interesting," and I'd go back to what I'm doing and not giving it my full undivided attention. Which that's definitely a movie I'm gonna give it a chance
Yeah, it's definitely
again.
worth a rewatch too because there's more stuff. There's stuff you catch. You know, when certain movies where you rewatch and you catch more things. You know,
Yeah,
if it's something like, especially if something that has a twist, and you rewatch and you can start seeing it. Oh, look, they're giving you a hint. You know,
yeah.
you get some of that stuff while rewatching the thing about
Okay.
who's the thing and who's not. They give you hints all throughout the movie. Even the beginning of the movie, they hint some stuff. You
Oh,
know,
really?
yeah, about the with the dog and stuff like that, and the Russian guy. So yeah, it's really good. Definitely my top movie is The Thing. Definitely. If I remade this list like 2 years ago, it'd be different. Like this is a very evolving list when it comes to me and my horror movie because I just love horror movies, and
Yeah.
that list always changes. But yeah, now The Thing, yeah, it's my number one.
Nice.
Nice, yeah, it's
That's a
good
good
one.
list.
Yeah, I think your list is pretty good too. I kind of figure what your list was gonna be, but I like okay, nothing really surprised me on your list.
I'm what they call, excuse my language, a basic bitch.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, like yeah, I wasn't surprised. I think the only thing was Nightmare on Elm Street being so high on your list. I think that really surprised me. But other than that, yeah,
Yeah, I watched that quite a
yeah.
few times in the month of October. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you got for some honorable
Honorable
mentions?
mentions.
I That's so funny. It is my
It's
number one honorable mention
yes.
too.
I was gonna put the first part though, part one of
Yes,
it.
definitely part one. Part
Yeah.
two was
Mm. Whole part with the the I hold silver on the damn bike, and he's trying to get his wife to talk again. Yeah, that was yeah. I love the first part. It was really good. Of it, really good.
yeah.
Um,
I have the Conjuring next, but we already
Conjuring.
talked
We
about
talked about
that.
that's on my list. I have the others.
I've never seen that.
Oh, we never seen that.
I think I've seen previews for that, and
Mm.
I've wanted to watch it, but I've just never watched it yet.
The others is really good. Nicole Kidman. I remember seeing this in the theater. The movie that I jumped the most was in the others.
Really?
There's a scene in there that fucking will make you jump out of your boots, and it's in the
Really?
yes.
I have to. Do you have a pen?
All right.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one.
Yes, the first one is really good.
The first one, not any of the other remakes. The first one.
Yeah, definitely a really good one. Definitely good. And it's so funny that movie. Everyone think it's so gory and stuff like that. There's no really gore in that movie.
It's really
It's
not.
not. Yeah, even when when Leatherface first pops out and he hits the dude over the head, and he puts him on the hook. They don't really show any of that. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just very good horror movie. I have Carrie.
See, I didn't like that movie.
Really? The original Carrie.
I mean, it was better than the newer one.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it. I don't think I've seen the remake. I heard it was sucked up. I
it
never
was.
seen the remake.
Don't even waste your time.
I really liked Carrie. I don't think it's like my top 10 list, but I think it's really good horror. Girl has telekinesis and she's just trying to be, have some friends, and then she gets asked to the prom and all that. Her mom was like, "Yeah, don't trust them kids.
Yeah.
Just be here with me and pray." And then she went to the prom and they dropped the thing of
The blood on her.
yeah, and then
Yep.
all hell broke loose. She was like, "Yeah, I'm killing everybody."
Coming after you.
Yeah.
Coming after you. Coming after you.
Even the girl who survived, she freaking made her go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insidious.
Insidious, yes. Yeah, Insidious is good. I think the one thing that held me down from Insidious is like, well, it's almost like two movies. It's like really like haunted, scary in the first, and then the second one it was like he went. I think he goes into like the spirit world or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I love Insidious. Don't get me wrong. I like even the sequels are pretty good. But yeah, they kind of threw me off a little bit.
The Red Door wasn't that good though.
Oh, really? I don't think I've seen that one.
That's the newest one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't
It was
see that one.
Did I see it in the movie theater? No, I saw it at home.
Mm.
I had my brother come over and my brother and sister come over and watch it with them. It was okay. It just didn't give you that Insidious vibe that you were looking for. Like you watch the other ones and then you watch this one, and you're like, really? That's it?
Yeah, it's hard to capture that magic again.
Yeah.
I have It Follows. Ever heard of it?
No.
Let's see if I can sum this up without spoiling it. So, well, no, I'll spoil it. Whatever. So it's about almost like kind of like Smile a little bit, where it gets, it gets passed on to you. So
Okay.
like you get haunted by like an entity. It can look like anyone. It can look like, it can take the form of anyone, and it will always walk towards you. So you always have to run from it. And if it gets to you, it's going to kill you.
Okay.
The way it's passed is kind of crazy. It's passed to a person by them having sex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they have the one character, the guy ends up having sex with the girl, and then he ties her up and was like, all right, here's the deal. I had to pass the thing on to you. It's going to come after you, but you always got to run from it. And like he explains to her, and she's like, what the hell? I don't know. Like she didn't believe him at first. And then now this damn thing is constantly coming after her. And it's really good. It's really good horror movie. It's really good. Very creepy and scary. It Follows definitely could easily make my top 10 list. That's how good it is.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The Ring.
The Ring, yes. The Ring is good. The only reason why I didn't add it to my top 10 list, because I had it on my top 10 rewatch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine was
But-
about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, The Ring is awesome. I remember growing up watching that movie. That's really, The Ring is the one that really got me into watching foreign movies, foreign
okay.
horror movies. It's definitely The Ring.
That's cool.
Yeah. Definitely good. I have a bunch. Exorcist. It's really good.
See, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. It's not on my list because on my top 10 list, because I didn't see it too many times. I think I watched a couple and then I just like, okay. But it's really good horror. I think I have to rewatch it again. It's been a while, but it's definitely top
I've
up
seen
there.
it once and was like,
Yeah. You have any more?
the last one I have on my list is A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place is really good. I think for like a trilogy, it's up there, like the top list. 'Cause
Yeah.
the first is good, the second and the prequel is good.
I haven't seen the prequel yet.
It's good. It's just as good as the others, which
Oh,
is kind
wow.
of crazy. Yeah, because normally prequels don't really do good,
Yeah.
or
that
even
is
sequels
true,
don't
yeah.
do good. But it's really good, and it's all about the characters, like how the first one is about the family dynamic. With the girl whose death that was the first one, right? The deaf girl,
Yeah.
and
You know how excited I was that there was a movie with a deaf person?
her and her her father and all that stuff, their situation, and so really good. And then the sequel is about the deaf girl with the family friend, and their dynamic, those two together. And then this prequel is about just two characters that have that same dynamic.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Yeah. I'll just kind of speedball through this. Dawn of the Dead, both versions.
Okay.
So the original and the remake, which is crazy because the remake is just as good as the original
Okay.
of Dawn of the Dead. Really good zombie movie, of course.
Yeah,
you know.
viewing zombie movie.
Zombie.
I just thought of another movie,
Okay.
The Strangers.
The Strange. Oh yeah. That's a big one. I'm surprised that's not on your top 10.
It actually was on my
Mm.
list, and then I crossed it out for
Oh.
A Child's Play.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Strange is good. That the sequel wasn't as good, I heard, or what? What's
I
going on with
heard I heard it wasn't that good.
Mm.
The first one had me going. I was freaking out. I was like, this could happen. I was freaking out. I was like, somebody's going to try to do this to me now.
Mm.
And then, but I heard the new one wasn't that good, but I still am going to watch it. I'm still
Okay.
going to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a try as well. Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
One of the, not the first zombie movie, but one of the definitely ones that, made it big.
Yeah.
Really good. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. Awesome movie. Ju-on the Grudge.
Don't know.
Japanese movie. Really good. Oh, so good. It's, about guy killing his wife and his son, well, so-called son, and just because of him doing that, pretty much created a curse, and pretty much that curse is like it's hard to explain, but by doing something so heinous creates a curse that will curse people if you go near it type thing. And that curse follows people and kills them, and it's just really good Japanese horror movie. I think it was early 2000s or maybe late 90s, but really good horror movie.
Nice.
Ringu I put on my list. The Ring. Child's Play I have. And I have The Eye.
Never heard of it.
It's a foreign movie.
Of course it is.
I think it's from Singapore. It's about real quick about a girl who's blind. She gets an operation to have new retinas put in, and the person who don't was from a donor who was someone who's not alive anymore. That person can see ghosts and can see when people are about to die.
Oh wow!
So she's seeing that, and she's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Really good, really good one. They remade it actually with Jessica Alba. It wasn't as good, but really good horror movie. The Eye, yeah. So yeah, that's all I got.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure I can add more to that honorable mention list, but I can be here all day talking about horror movies. Yeah. So yeah, guys, let us know your top 10 horror and how was ours. How did ours meet up to your expectations? Did you like our list? Did you not? Compare it to yours. Definitely leave your top 10 list so we can see what you got.
We want to hear from you.
Yes, definitely.
Don't be quiet now.
Yeah, definitely leave the comments so we can see. Make sure you rate us. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes. What's our YouTube?
YouTube.com/cinemacritics.
Yes. Don't forget.
Yes.
Check us out on video. And if you watch this on Spotify, you can see video too.
Yes, you can see it. Yep.
So you get to see all my crazy facial expressions I make. Very expressive.
Very expressive. So yeah, guys, that's the episode. Definitely check us out, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace out.